Business that benefits society, technologies that make the world more convenient. Each issue of our program introduces you to people who build the future on the basis of the latest developments, principles of high social responsibility, and a caring attitude towards nature. The world of startups showcases advanced high technologies and their integration into all spheres of our modern life. 112th Battle of Startups. Chat for psychological help. Capsule Hotel. 112th Battle of Startups took place in Almaty. This is an open offline and online event for players of the venture investment market, organized by the professional networks Startup.network and Crowd.inc. As part of this event, entrepreneurs get good experience in the presentation of their projects, and investors the opportunity to find promising teams for profitable investments. Each time we invite stronger startups, more powerful ones, and therefore the quality of our jury improves too. Today, 10 projects are registered. We have our own standard, 10 projects, and that consist of 8 to 10 juries.
Собственный стандарт. 10 проектов от 8 до 10 членов жюри.
The part of startups consists of 2 parts. The first is devoted to a panel discussion with experts of the venture market. They share their experience, talk about trends in the world of investment, give valuable advice, and answer questions. The second part includes presentations of projects to representatives of venture funds, heads of incubation and acceleration programs, as well as owners and top managers of leading Kazakh companies. Rula Raim is an experienced start-upper and an experienced pitcher, took the 3rd place at the championship. He presented the service of collective purchases, Fruit.kz, which operates on the principle of the Dutch auction. Daily, the site offers several products. For example, an iPhone 7 with a starting price of 345,000 tenge. A timer is set for this product. By joining the auction, each participant can reduce the price. The initial value of a commodity is a market value, divided by the number of people who joined. That is, if the iPhone cost 345,000 tenge and 345 people joined it, then its final price will be 1,000 tenge. Then the future owner of the smartphone is determined by a random number generator. We attracted $4 million of investment. We have more than 100,000 users, and we are planning to scale our business to the market of Turkey and the Philippines. Startup participant Lev Sim with platform Chico.kz took an honorable 2nd place. According to him, such a result is not the most valuable thing that he can get at this event. It is much more important to get recommendations from venture capitalists for the development of their online service for finding masters and beauty salons. The average user can come to our service, and it is much more convenient to find a master or beauty salon by convenient filtration and to find out all the necessary information about them. This is a price list. It's a work schedule, portfolio of work experience, an address, and also make an appointment online. The winner of the 112th Battle of Startups with a score of 3.3 was the Quad Am Project, an educational online portal where you can study at home online. The uniqueness of the site is that training here is much cheaper than full-time courses. To realize this idea, the founders of the site need investments of $188,000. The manufacturer of veterinary drugs, Zoetis, which until 2013 was part of the pharmaceutical giant Pfizer, has reached an agreement on the acquisition of the veterinary diagnostic company, Abaxis. The transaction amount is $2 billion. At the same time, Zoetis will pay $83 for each share of Abaxis, which is a 16% premium to the startup price. Both companies plan to close the deal before the end of 2018. The American project in the sphere of garbage disposal, Rubicon Global, attracted $65 million from the National Welfare Fund of New Zealand. The creators of Rubicon call their company Uber for Garbage Collection. The service helps shops, restaurants, and hotels to contact independent contractors for the collection and recycling of garbage. Over the years, Rubicon has raised $261 million, including Goldman Sachs venture funds from Goldman Sachs and Wellington Management. According to experts, about 40% of Kazakhstani people do not have access to quality psychological care. There are several reasons for this. One of them is the high cost of such services. An hour of consultation on average will cost Kazakhstanis 8,000 tenge. Of course, many people simply cannot afford it. The mobile email application developed by a team of startups led by Khadish Dabayeva was created specifically to solve this problem. The main problem is the prevention of suicide. Many do not know, but according to official statistics of the World Health Organization, Kazakhstan ranks third in suicide among the population. Therefore, the main task is to digitize psychological care and ensure its accessibility to all segments of the population. In just 1 year, the service was nominated for many awards. It took second place on Demo Day and N Factorial Incubator, entered the top 10 innovative projects of young entrepreneurs, passed the semifinal of the international competition of innovative ideas, Switch, in the Czech Republic. Recently, the platform was tested by Nazarbayev University students, and the results surprised the developers. 97% of the consultations turned out to be positive. In many ways, this was achieved thanks to the help of Moscow psychologists, who consulted several hundred people for free. Asem Satarova, a specialist with 17 years of experience, one of the first who responded to try out a new method of work in her profession. When consulting in the application, I realized that there are big pluses here. This is for the professional side, and of course the advantages for those who seek help. First, it's faster for the client, it's safer, and here the person feels that he is really safe. They do not see him, they do not hear his voice. Nobody will knock at his door and agitate him. Already today, experts of the Mental Health Center in Astana, as well as senior students of the Psychology Department of the Kazakh Humanitarian Law University, have become partners of the anonymous chat room for psychological help. In our application, there will be several packages of subscriptions that will vary in price depending on the services provided. Further, we want to cooperate with companies that will potentially be interested in providing their services, products in our application related to the field of psychology and psychotherapy. In the future, the functional part of the application will be supplemented with new options, audio, video calls, and much more. But for the service to work in full force to startups, it is necessary to find an investor who will be ready to invest at least $36,000 into the project. Evgenia Muhamedjanov is the managing director of the Kazakhstan Stock Exchange, CASE. Kairat Maukibayev is the founder of the construction service Sadi.kz, which allows you to search for suppliers of materials and services with the help of a unique pricing system. Hello. We are engaged in an internet portal in the construction industry with 3 main functional modules. We help construction companies automate procurement processes from budgeting as a calculation of estimates to automatic search for suppliers. Based on the budget plan, we create purchase requisitions in an automated mode, and this reduces the amount of time it takes to find suppliers of construction companies. And for suppliers, we save budgets for marketing, for promotion in the market, since they will automatically receive applications for the purchase of exactly the goods that they produce or render services of construction, and installation works in an automated mode. It requires investment in the amount of 46 million tenge to develop the main module for calculating the estimate and to promote the market.
Мне показалось, что в вашем проекте есть очень важный потенциал.
I think your project is a very important potential. Now the construction industry is at the stage of reboot, when everyone is looking for new niches, more economical approaches. And just this moment can be used to show businessmen that the transparency that you give them is what they need at the moment. And I think that many can grasp this now, because orders are still coming, houses are still being built, and this will continue. I think that this has a good potential for growth.
И это и будет продолжаться. Я думаю, что есть в этом хороший потенциал. Спасибо.
I want to praise Kairat for trying to say simple words all the time. This is very important and quite understandable. There were moments where I lost interest, but this is most likely due to the fact that Kairat was worried and it was very distracting. I'm wondering why people do not talk about their current customers, about who they work with, who already uses this product. This increases the interest to you more, because if your product is working, therefore you can be trusted. I also do not understand why people stop giving away business cards. Is it already out of fashion? You need to leave something to your new friend so that it's easier for him to remember you. If this is a business card, then there is your name, surname, contact phone number, and website address where the investor can go to refresh his memory about your project and make you an offer. At the first meeting, you will never be able to sell your idea. Your job is to sell the meeting. Capsule hotels, the so-called hotels where instead of the usual spacious rooms, there are small sleeping capsules. This type of tourist residence was invented by the Japanese in the early 1980s. Last year, this trend reached Kazakhstan. During Expo 2017, the first domestic capsule hotel was launched in Astana. Our client base consists of 50% men and 50% women, aged somewhere between 25 to 27 years old. As a rule, these are young professionals. There are too many tourists. Speaking about foreigners, they're basically backpackers who just come to Kazakhstan, they travel around the country, and they do not have a specific plan, and accordingly, they have a fairly short stay. Over 8 months of work, the innovative hotel has been visited by more than 1,000 guests. Most of them stop for no more than 2 days. In general, there is an unspoken rule. The maximum period of residence is 2 weeks. Practice shows that when strangers live together for a long time, it invites domestic conflicts.
And as a fact, I looked for hostels, and this one looked really nice from the pictures they presented in the various internet sites. So the reviews were good.
I've never stayed in a hotel like this. I've been to Japan before, and capsule hotels are pretty common there, but I've never stayed in one. So this was a good opportunity for me to...
The area of this hotel is 170 square meters. In this territory, there are 3 blocks, a male and a female, and a VIP room. A total of 36 capsules are installed here. They are large enough, 2.2 meters in length, 1.5 wide, and the same in height. Inside the capsule, we have a mirror, a small safe for storing things, USB charger, and the necessary luggage compartment under the capsule. Therefore, all the amenities that are necessary for each of us are there. Therefore, the price is smaller than in other hotels. A person never overpays for anything. For the construction of the hotel, its founders, Ilham and Kamila Gafurov, spent 28 million tenge. Of this, only 30% was directly spent on the assembly of capsules. The remaining funds were spent on engineering infrastructure, thanks to which the premises were well insulated and provide an air recuperation system in each box. The first city where the Gafurovs intended to scale up their business is Almaty, and similar hotels will appear in Otrau and Aktau. By the way, these cities were chosen not by chance. More visitors were registered from the western region than from Karaganda or Shymkent. In Almaty, an interactive attraction, City Dictionary, was launched. This is a multimedia program that consists of a block of stickers and a mobile application, lexicon.city. The service assumes the study of basic concepts in Kazakh, Russian, and English, often used among residents and visitors of the city. According to the founders of the project, it is an expressive, visible, and accessible method of popularizing the study of languages on a city scale. In Kazakhstan, the fourth season of N Factorial Incubator began. This is the longest and most ambitious project, where everyone who wants to learn programming skills can do it for free. At the first stage, participants undergo an intensive training course. On the second, they already independently create their own mobile applications. The culmination of the incubator will be a large annual festival and Factorial Demo Day 2018, where graduates will present ready mobile services to investors, as well as the top managers of state and private companies.